What up, Snapchatters? So, prepping my kitchen in my new place for paint because this wood paneling's got to go. And while I'm doing that, I'm thinking about this interview that I saw with a guy named Grant Cardone. And for those of you who don't know, Cardone is a somewhat famous entrepreneur who's got a little bit of a aggressive demeanor. And anyways, he was doing this Q&A, and somebody asked him, why do you think most people fail to launch or fail to start? They have a vision, they have a goal, they have an idea, something they want to accomplish, and they fail to start. Why do you think that is? And his answer is most people are too invested in other people's opinions of them, and they need to tell their moms to go fuck themselves, which is hilarious, but also controversial. So I was thinking about that, and I think old Cardone is on to something, because I know there are more than a few people in my own life personally who have expressed doubts in my ability to do the things I say I want to do, and the best response I've been able to come up with is to tell them to go fuck themselves. But I think there's a lot of truth to what he was saying, because as I was thinking about this, I was thinking that there are so many people in the world right now who have self-esteem issues, who don't really have any goals above, a roof over their head and food on the table, and they just want a normal life, which is fine, but they really don't understand those of us who are working towards something different. And so I've been told that I'm money hungry, that I'm power hungry, that I have unrealistic goals, that I can't do the things I say I'm going to do. So I've actually been thinking about that for a while, trying to figure out why normal people will frequently have such a violent reaction against those of us who call ourselves entrepreneurs, or those of us on the outside, the 3% who aren't willing to accept working for someone else the rest of our lives. And I think what it boils down to is some of us have the belief that we can do more than this, and some people just accept the fact that this is all there is. And to those who feel like this is all there is, I have these limitations, this is the life that's available to me, those of us who say, no, that's not good enough for me, I'm going to do something else, we look not only crazy, but we look arrogant for daring to imagine that there could be more than this. So here's the summary. I think that in a world full of people, my generation, the generation that follows us, we have legitimate self-esteem issues. We were told one thing growing up, and then we grew up and we found out it wasn't true. For those of us, I think when we're burdened with these self-esteem issues, and we've seen that some of the things we were led to believe were a lie, when you come across someone who is confident and self-assured and legitimately believes that they can do something that most people say is impossible or unrealistic, that comes across as egotistical and arrogant. And so I just want to take a second to talk about the difference between egotistical and arrogant, and self-confident and self-assured. So arrogance is, I am trying to cover up what I feel is a lack in myself by pretending to be a bigger deal than I really am. The polar opposite of arrogance is, I know who I am, I know what I'm capable of, or I at least am going to find out what I'm capable of, and it's from that center of self-assurance and self-confidence that I say the things I do, that I make the claims that I do, that I act the way that I do. It's not that I'm better than someone else. It's not that I am unrealistic or crazy. It's just that these are the things I believe to be true. And when those beliefs are contrary to what the masses believe, well, then you're a heretic. And so if you are one of those people who has ideas that lie on the fringe of what the general populace accepts or allows, then I just want to encourage you to keep going, because at the end of the day, it's the people that persevere that change the world. And one person can change the world. One person can change the world. If they've done it before, they'll do it again. One person can be a first-generation millionaire or billionaire. One person can free a country. One person can rise from the very bottom of society to the very upper crust. And so, look, we all have dreams. Some of us fall into the temptation of giving up to our dreams because people in our lives tell us that you can't do it. And I just want to say, man, bump that shit. If you got something that you're holding in your heart that you want to do, someone that you want to be, then work for it, grind for it, 24/7, 365, make that happen, and show all the haters that everything you said you could be was true. Love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.